The following program is a student production produced by Manchester High School's broadcast journalism class. The thoughts and opinions in this program do not necessarily match the views of the town of Manchester.
Coming up on this edition of Manchester Broadcast News.
In an initiative to increase teenage safety behind the wheel, Manchester High hosted a powerful assembly for the upperclassmen. See what they experienced soon.
Also, we have a first-hand look at a worldwide organization that Manchester High students are getting involved in, as well as behind-the-scenes footage from the baseball team's historical trip to Cooperstown.
We'll have all that and more coming up soon on this edition of Manchester Broadcast News. I'm Pat Levitt.
And I'm Sarah McKay.
This is Manchester Broadcast News.
In an effort to increase awareness of driving safety, students at Manchester High School have the opportunity to experience what it's really like to get in the car with a drunk driver through the Shattered Dreams program. Blake Kelly attended this event and has a first-hand look at this important assembly.
Every 2 years, students from Manchester High School have the opportunity to participate in a mock car crash put together by countless volunteers in the community called Shattered Dreams. This program was created in 2000 and uses a scare tactic in an attempt to prevent drunk and distracted driving. Scott Holmes, the director of Watkins Funeral Homes, has been volunteering his services for this program since it started.
The impact of what we're trying to get across is the hazards of drinking and driving, and in my case scenario, the death as a result of drinking and driving, especially by underage kids. And I think every high school, every junior or senior in high school in America should be exposed to this program one way, shape, or form.
After the finished video was presented to the juniors and seniors of MHS, students left the assembly with a different mindset concerning drunk and distracted driving and the consequences that it poses. But does this strategy truly impact the minds and real-life decisions made by teens?
It definitely changes your perspective on how you feel about it. You see all the stories on the news about kids getting killed in accidents, kids drinking and driving, and it doesn't really affect you. But then once you see it with someone like Chris, who's in a casket, who's your really good friend, it kind of just changes how you feel about everything that happens and makes you not want to do those stupid decisions.
56% of drivers ages 15 to 20 were killed in automobile accidents caused by drunk or distracted driving. Don't be a statistic. From Manchester Broadcast News, this has been Blake Kelly reporting.
To watch the video, go to the Manchester Broadcast News tabs on mhsredline.com, and remember, turn your phone off and never drive under the influence.
But Shattered Dreams isn't the only proactive program Manchester teens are getting involved in.
That's right. The Rebuilding Together Committee helps numerous people around the world fix their homes and help solve uncontrollable problems, while also giving teenagers a life-changing experience.
Rebuilding Together is a group within the community of Manchester that focuses on renovating different parts of the town, such as parks, buildings, houses, and many other locations. The group consists of volunteers from all walks of life, but features many Manchester High School students and staff members. MHS student Melly Chinea is passionate about this community organization.
This is when we're kind of like actually putting our community together, when we're getting two different clubs to get together, and we're inviting more people to kind of help out and kind of make this place look a little better.
The projects at Rebuilding Together are a team effort. with different people working different jobs to reach a common result. To make sure that students remain focused and on task, a few teachers volunteer to monitor their labor and also help out on Rebuilding Together's projects.
And so the high school group was assigned Center Springs Park, so the kids have been like cleaning and sweeping and painting these docks and picking up trash, and there are several docks.
Liz Tracy is the coordinator for Rebuilding Together in Manchester and helps to keep the projects organized and running smoothly.
Rebuilding Together is a national volunteer organization dedicated to rehabilitating the homes of low-income homeowners. The focus is on the elderly and disabled.
Everyone knows about spring cleaning, but Rebuilding Together is much more than that. It is truly about renewal. Many Manchester residents benefit from the projects that these volunteers perform each and every year. From Center Springs Park, this has been Ariel Ferrenda reporting for Manchester Broadcast News.
If there are homeowners in Manchester who are unable to work on their homes, the Rebuilding Together program will always be there to help those in need.
Another town building that is finally being renovated after much debate is the once abandoned Nathan Hale School. Connor Dion has the answers to the questions Manchester residents and Nathan Hale alumni have.
Nathan Hale, a now vacant elementary school, holds many opportunities for the neighborhood's vitality, pride, and creativity. On April 23rd, an open house was held in the gymnasium of Nathan Hale. People from all over the community came together to share ideas on the future plans for the school building. Many are taking the chance to voice their opinion on turning it into an active elementary school again. Others would rather keep in mind the youth of the community and make Nathan Hale a place for children and even young adults to go and participate in different activities. Mark Pellegrini, the Director of Planning and Economic Development, would like to see a benefit similar to the value this neighborhood school once brought to Spruce Street.
I think the Board of Directors wants several things to happen. Now, when it was a neighborhood school, it served as an anchor in the neighborhood. It was a place where much of the neighborhood, in terms of the residents and the kids, had to go. They met there, they socialized there. So it was an asset to the people who lived there, and it performed different functions. So we are looking for a way to make sure that's an asset for the neighborhood.
A variety of different ideas for this building was presented by the public, which consisted mostly of recreational uses. However, the town suggested other uses such as a local food hub or a destination hotel. According to General Manager Scott Shanley, the decision will be based on how viable the proposal will be and whether it will make a positive impact on the community.
They're going to look at what's possible. We're not going to be able to spend millions of dollars on the building. They're going to be looking at probably a variety of uses instead of a single use for the whole building. One of the things we heard pretty clearly was that the neighborhood folks want to make sure that the grounds are still available for the neighborhood kids to use and to play with and play on. So, that kind of feedback is very important.
From a recreation center, even to an art school, the Nathan Hale School building is sure to bring back positive vibes to the community. It is hopeful that the town is ready to unite the neighborhood once again. From Manchester Broadcast News, this has been Connor Dion reporting.
The town is looking for the help of Manchester residents. If you have any ideas of how to turn the empty Nathan Hale building into a useful asset of the community, contact Director of Planning and Economic Development, Mark Pellegrini, at 860-647-3044. If you would like to hear more of General Town Manager Scott Shanley's interview, you can view it at mhsredline.com.
All right, now let's see what our sports anchors have in store for us.
Thanks, guys. I'm Tegan Welch.
And I'm Andrew Hurd. Over April break, our very own Manchester baseball team traveled to Cooperstown, New York to visit the Baseball National Hall of Fame.
They ended up defeating their rivals. Starting varsity left fielder Mike Bonino has the story.
This isn't just any other baseball field. This right here is Doubleday Field, one of the oldest and most revered diamonds in the country. And here, the Manchester baseball team faced off against the traditional rival, Glastonbury, in a very special away game.
We saw it as an early opportunity for us to help build our team chemistry and really come together as a family that we preach about pretty much every day in practice multiple times. And to go away, stay overnight, the kids have to hang out with each other. And it was a really good team bonding experience for them.
Going to Cooperstown wasn't just for fun. It gave the team valuable experience in a high-pressure situation.
Overall, it was a great experience. We had a little bit of a long morning, but we came out with a lot of energy and got the W, so ended up a good day.
Not only did the players gain a valuable experience, but the family that tagged along also had a great time.
The game and they won. It was a great game. All the boys played great, playing on the field that the first baseball team also played on.
With a 7-2 victory over Glastonbury, the Manchester Indians take home the win. From Cooperstown, New York at Doubleday Field, this has been Mike Bonino reporting.
A game to remember on a field that started baseball. David Steele took home the win and Evan Rodrigue with the save.
Batters 1 through 9 also contributed to the whopping 7-2 victory over Glastonbury, the very first time the Manchester seniors have had a victory against their rivals.
Congrats, boys. Now let's see how the other teams are holding up.
All right, back to you guys.
According to Science Daily, 85% of high school students in the United States are reported to consume drinks with caffeine. Does Manchester High School have a caffeine addiction? Manchester Broadcast News reporter Gabby Elwood investigates.
Hi, can I have a small hazelnut iced coffee, light and sweet?
It's 7 a.m. and Paige Chandler is already exhausted. Yesterday she had a full day of school, work, and after-school activities. So, like many other teens at Manchester High School, she reaches for a cup of coffee. Coffee and other drinks like tea and soda contain high amounts of caffeine. Caffeine is defined as a drug because it stimulates the central nervous system, causing increased alertness for up to 6 hours. Teens usually get most of their caffeine from soft drinks and energy drinks. In its natural form, caffeine tastes very bitter, but most caffeinated drinks have gone through enough processing to camouflage the undesirable taste. MHS's Nurse Boardman sees students walking around with caffeinated drinks in hand daily.
Serious side effects would be when you stop caffeine. If you've been taking a lot of caffeine and you stop it, you might notice you're getting really drowsy or headaches start. You start getting a really bad headache, irritable, nausea, vomiting, those kinds of things.
Caffeine is usually thought to be safe in moderate amounts, but consuming as little as 115 milligrams of caffeine a day can lead to a person to become dependent on caffeine.
I can definitely feel a change if I don't have coffee in the morning. I'm definitely a lot groggier and not as awake. So if that's what addiction is, then I definitely have one.
Doctors recommend that teens try to limit caffeine consumption to 100 milligrams a day, which is equivalent to one small-sized cup of coffee. For Manchester Broadcast News, this has been Gabby Elwood reporting.
Coffee, soda, and energy drinks seem to be what keeps MHS students up and running, but too much is clearly a health risk. According to Science Daily, proven alternatives include apples and cold water.
Now, it's time for your Friday morning trivia question. And the question is, which Manchester Broadcast News correspondent reported the Rebuilding Together story?
With your teacher's permission, dial star 174, be the 15th caller. A free breakfast treat will be on its way.
Again, the question is, which Manchester Broadcast News correspondent reported the Rebuilding Together story?
All right, Manchester, we've got a lot more in store for you guys coming up, so stay with us.
Can't get enough of Manchester Broadcast News? Are you craving more? Tune into Cox Digital Cable on Channel 16 at 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. to get your news fix and to see our full half-hour program.
According to the National Institute for Literacy, 50% of American adults are unable to read an 8th grade level book. In an effort to promote the importance of reading, the media specialists at Illing Middle School have started a movement that enhances school pride as well as one's reading ability through friendly competition.
In this book, the main character's favourite holiday is Halloween.
Wonder.
Wonder is
3 years ago, Illing faculty members including Paul Rippington, Jen Zapula, and Jess Laux created a fun competition that would get young students to start reading. It started as a small event between 2 7th grade classes, then turned into a school-wide tournament. The rivalry between teams and grades motivates the students to get excited about reading. Jen Zapula, one of the librarians at Illing, shares her ideas on why this awesome event got started.
Well, we started the Battle of the Books because we were looking for a way to have kids get really excited about reading. And we thought that if we made a competition out of it, it might hook more people into participating. And that's exactly what happened. As soon as it became a competition, the books were flying off the shelves, and kids were really excited to take the books out and read them. And it just became something super fun.
With all of today's technology distracting kids, it's surprising to see how many spirited students checking book by book. Ben Hayes, a 7th grader at Illing Middle School, talks about his favorite part of the tournament.
Really competitive, and we've been winning so far the past 2, and now we're going against the 8th graders and hopefully winning.
Celia Klotzer, a rival 8th grader, tells what she likes about the tournament.
Some of these books I've never heard of before, and some of the things I'd read in them I'd never thought about, so I kind of got a different view on things.
So Manchester, will the 7th graders reign supreme again, or will the 8th graders finally be able to take home their first trophy? Good luck to both teams competing. From Manchester Broadcast News, this has been Quinn Packer reporting.
The National Institute for Literacy states that 1 in 3 college seniors read nothing at all for pleasure in a given week. The Battle of the Books program is not only a fun competition, but also instills a love of literature that will stay with students for years to come.
The Little Theatre of Manchester has been a source of entertainment for the community since 1960, showcasing the artistic and dramatic abilities of Manchester residents. Erin Courtney provides us with a look at the many stages of every Little Theatre of Manchester production.
The Little Theatre of Manchester has performed 54 years worth of shows and is still going strong. No matter the genre, the length, or the time period of the shows, they never disappoint. Regardless of how pleased the audience is with the final product, viewers can never truly appreciate all the work behind the scenes that led up to that moment. Britt Williams and Joseph Van Allen are actors in the current production of Almost Maine and understand the hard work and necessary rehearsal time that goes into every show.
So it's a little atypical from most shows. Right now we're really delving into our character development. Later on we'll move to blocking and kind of staging where people are going to stand and how to move when we're actually running the scenes themselves.
It really does become a conversation between the actors and the director and the producers, trying to put together these ideas and making something that's unique and engaging for audiences.
At any given time, the Little Theatre of Manchester may be producing several different shows. For their current production, rehearsals mainly focus on the actors' character development and relationships within the small town of Almost Maine. Linda Ferreira, production manager, ensures that each individual show is given the attention needed without stifling the performer's creativity.
On opening night, being there, being like, wow, it's all there. The lights are there, the costumes, the sound, everything comes together. And the audience loves it. And it's a great feeling to know that you were part of that to make it all happen.
Every show, cast, and crew at the Little Theatre of Manchester has a different story that they must portray to their audience. They never fail to put on great performances that are appreciated by the entire community. From Manchester Broadcast News, this has been Erin Courtney reporting.
Make sure not to miss the theater's coming performance, Almost Maine, being performed June 6th to the 8th, 12th through the 5th, and the 20th through the 22nd.
Well, if acting isn't quite your thing, there's still a way to get involved with the arts. For the first time ever, Mary Cheney Library is hosting the Scene Stealers Begin program, which consists of elementary school students who are pursuing their interest in film. Lillian Troy takes us behind the scenes of this organization.
Scene Stealers is a new program at Mary Cheney Library for Manchester students in grades 3 through 5. This program gives them the opportunity to learn film skills through the use of stop-motion photography. Layla Consigliere, a children's librarian, works to bring animation alive with some of these young, aspiring filmmakers.
Hoping that they'll enjoy it so much that they'll want to either come back if we do another program, but also realize that they can, check out books on this and do it at home, so it'll kind of work with them as they get older.
The library was awarded a grant from the Kaiser Family Fund Foundation in the Greater Hartford region to support performing arts programs. Norma Nevers first came up with the idea when the library wanted to add some new programs to their summer schedule. The Board of Education voted in favor to support this program. Norma continues to have high hopes for the Scene Stealers and its future.
I'm hoping that it grows, and I know that my librarians are learning how to make movies as well as the children that they're working with, and I think it's just going to change over time as we learn more. It has just tremendous potential, not just for movie making, but for many applications, so I'm very excited, and yes, I expect it to continue.
The librarians hope to keep Scene Stealers as a yearly program. The students love the idea of learning new editing skills and using it in the future. From behind the scenes, this has been Lillian Troy reporting.
Scene Stealers Begin will be going on until May 22nd. For more information, contact Mary Cheney Library at 860-643-2471.
Now let's check back in with Tegan and Andrew.
Manchester High School has a long and proud athletic tradition, so it should come as no surprise that many student athletes will continue on in college.
Izzy Harris presents the upcoming 2014 College Bound Athletes.
Each year, several MHS seniors go off to college to pursue their desired passion for sports. From Division I to Division III, these athletes are excited to see what their college athletic experience brings them. Coaches and teammates are eager to share their experiences with these special athletes throughout high school.
James Landon, Nichols College, football. DJ Hernandez, Assumption College, football.
James Landon, DJ Hernandez, both players who are hard workers who got the most out of their ability.
Evan Rodriguez, Southern New Hampshire University, baseball.
I think Evan will be very successful in college. He's been a 4-year starter for us. He's our captain this year. He's our leader on the offensive end, has a very good arm in the outfield. He's hitting over 500 right now through 8 games for us.
Actor Dunco, Springfield College, soccer.
So I think it's very exciting to have another member of our soccer program be going away to college to play. It'll be 2 or 3 years in a row that we've sent somebody away, and I think it's really exciting to have Atu be that player this year.
Anna Manser, University of Mary Washington, soccer. She's such a great leader and she was really dedicated to our team, and I really think she's going to do awesome things in college.
Jason Marsh, Eastern Connecticut State University, baseball.
Jason Marsh is a center fielder for us. He's our leadoff hitter and a captain. He will be using his athletic ability at Eastern Connecticut State University.
Peter Godwin, Gordon College, tennis.
Peter Godwin will do a great job at Gordon College. I had the opportunity to coach Peter both in soccer and tennis at MHS, and he'll do a great job because number one, he's a good teammate. He's always willing to help other people on the team. Number two, he's very coachable. He always listens to his coaches, and he's always looking for ways to improve both his soccer and his tennis game.
MHS knows that these athletes and the ones that we didn't get to interview will continue to strive with their athletics throughout their college career. Best of luck, seniors. From Manchester Broadcast News, this has been Izzy Harris reporting.
A huge congratulations to all these accomplished athletes. Maybe next year we can produce a story on your successes.
All right, back to you guys. On April 25th, select Manchester High students put their talents to the test and competed in the annual talent show. Keon Harris brings us some acts from this year's show.
Talent. MHS was filled with it. From singing to dancing or playing an instrument. These students were determined to make a lasting impression on the judges to ensure victory. The annual talent show is a popular event here at Manchester High School that gives students a chance to showcase their talents. Dedication is a key part of the talent show, which can ultimately be the deciding factor in a future win or a future loss. After all, practice makes perfect. Janessa Cortez, the winner of this year's talent show, was shocked when she heard the news.
I was surprised, honestly, because I wasn't expecting that I would win. I came here for fun. I wasn't like, all ready for it. I was just like, wow, I really won,
Janessa wasn't the only one who was awarded for her amazing talent. Anthony Birdie won Best Musical Award and the MHS Step Team won Best Dance. However, the show would have never been able to go on if it weren't for Mrs. Wobble and the Multicultural Club, who organized and planned this event every year.
We've been preparing for a talent show since the first day of school, so on the day of, it's perfect and we're prepared for it, and we're all ready for what can and can go wrong.
As a spectator, Valeria Papalizio loved the talent show.
It showed how much talent we actually have in the school that we don't actually see every single day.
Tyler Neal, one of the hosts of the show, shared his insight about the production.
My favorite part about being in the talent show this year was working with new people, meeting new people. I like making people laugh, so this was a great experience for me.
Great job to all the contestants, and congratulations to the overall winner, Janessa. From right here at the talent show, this has been Keon Harris reporting.
While all the students who performed had immense talent, only a few could be honored.
Congratulations to the winners and contestants. If you missed the show, you can purchase a DVD at the Trading Post.
Now it's time for your Friday morning trivia answer.
And the question was, which Manchester Broadcast News correspondent reported the Rebuilding Together story?
And the answer is, Junior Ariel Fernando was the reporter for this story.
Congratulations to the winning classroom. We hope you're enjoying your complimentary breakfast.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Manchester Broadcast News. From the Courtyard, I'm Pat Levitt.
And I'm Sarah McKay.
That's what's news, Manchester.